So right now we're definitely live on Facebook and we are live on Twitch, but we are not currently live on YouTube. Don't know why, I'm trying to work it out. Oh, hello. I can't read your, is it Levenard? Levenard? Is that right? Hello Keith, by the way, as well. We're off in 3 minutes time before the start of Monday Run Club, and I'm still working on trying to get YouTube started, so we'll be with you in a second. Okay, so I don't know if YouTube is going to work or not, but we're going to start running now because we're off in 40 seconds. Karen says she's eating Oreos. Well, nice one, Karen. I love it. Okay, 9 kilometers in Group B. Hello to my wife who's just started watching. What's this about, a memorial race? 15 seconds and Monday Run Club is going to start. We are all raring to go. Facebook is live, Twitch is live. We've got no idea why. Oh, hang on a minute. I think YouTube is now live as well. So that's good. I can see YouTube working. And here we go. 9.1 kilometers an hour to start with. This is as straightforward as it gets. So tonight we are basically doing 1 kilometer splits, 1 kilometer reps. It's a 1 kilometer warm up, and then it's 7 kilometers of just getting faster and faster each kilometer. This is a progressive run. So a progressive run is important in your training because it helps to let you know that your body can do hard work even though it's tired. So you start off slowly and you get tighter and tighter as the session goes on, but you have to work harder and harder as you're going faster and faster. The more you do that, the more your body will learn to cope when you're in stress, when you're tired, when your legs are screaming to stop. The better you will be at being able to manage further into a race, keeping that pace, keeping that momentum, and getting you to the end. So we're gradually going to increase the pace over the warm-up, and then we will do solid kilometers, starting off at 10.4 kilometers an hour and rising to 12 kilometers an hour by the end, and then we've got 1 kilometer of chilling out. Hello Ryan, by the way. Thank you if you're watching on Twitch. Don't get many people watching on Twitch, so it's nice to have everyone around. Thank you for the ride on, Hassa.
Ride on!
First ride on of the evening. And yes, my wife is indeed resting up. So, how did it go at the weekend, everybody? If you took part in the Hilltop Hustle races, how was it for you? What was the organisation like? What was the technical result? How did it work? And how did you feel about the incline? Verdu, thank you for your ride on.
Right on.
Did you feel like everybody stuck to the rules? So did everyone use incline on that hill towards the end if you were in group B? What were the numbers like? How many took part? I was away over the weekend, so I have not really had a look at Zwift runners all weekend, so I do not know how it went. So gradually increasing the pace. Beautiful fan on my face keeping me cool. It is warm here. We are starting to warm up for the summer. Tomorrow is looking like a real well, for England, a scorcher. Not quite 70 Fahrenheit, but getting there. And who have we got tonight? So we've got Aaron Green, Shen, Wesley Mew, Verdu, Macklin, Alan and Hassa and Paul Deering. Aaron Green, thank you for your ride on. Gradually working our way through the warm-up. Under the tunnel towards the seafront. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron says congrats to Stephen and Vic for an epic weekend run. Thank you very much. Yeah, Victoria done good, as they say. So up to 10.1, and in 250 metres we will start our first proper 1 kilometre. Yes, so Ryan says that he found the incline group very motivating. If you were to set the incline to 7% by yourself, it's very difficult to push yourself up that kind of incline without somebody chasing you or without somebody to chase. So yeah, and that's the crux of all things Zwift, because the whole point about running on a treadmill is you're on your own in your garage or kitchen or whatever it might be. Hello, Jonathan Cost. And it can get boring, it can get tedious, and that's why Zwift is here, because sometimes you just have to run on a treadmill, and training with other people, such as we are doing here with virtual running but connected to real people all over the world, that's what it's all about. And like with any real running club in the real world, we all help to motivate each other, keep each other going, and it makes treadmill running that much more enjoyable and entertaining. Yeah, but come on, Victoria. Pilates isn't really hard work, is it? It's just sitting down and stretching a bit. I know now, I've done 3 Pilates classes. I know what Pilates is all about. It's just lying down for a bit. Macklin, thanks for your ride on.
Right on!
So here we go, onto the beach now. Oh, Applebaum just stopped in her tracks then, didn't she? Going the other way. So the fairground still looks like it's operating. I don't know what time of night it is in Watopia. Yes, Erin is now an official Australian. I saw your post today. Congratulations. Under the pier we go. Many a happy night as a errant teenager spent drinking alcohol under a pier on the beach. Not me, of course. I would never do such a thing. So the group is nicely together, staying nice and tight. So we've got Chen about 3 seconds up, and Alan is right with us, and he's the furthest back, so we are pretty much all together. Good stuff. 600 metres to go of the first set. I haven't seen that there's anyone in Group A. Jonathan, your thoughts on the Hilltop Hustle? Take it away. Karen is having trouble with her autocorrect on her phone. Have you seen, if you look at YouTube or any other video site, all those hilarious accidental autocorrects that people do? I don't know if some of them are real or just made up, but some of them are hilarious. So I hope we can keep it together like this for the majority of the run. That'd be nice. Paul Deering is with me, Wesley News with me, Hassa. Spajut has joined us from Sweden. It's all good on a Monday night. DIY Tech Repairs, Daniel, hello. Good evening to you, buddy. Hope you're well. And we are kicking it on a Monday night, live on Zwift. Group B tonight. If you're wondering what Zwift is all about,
jack it up.
This arrow will tell you all about screen. Jonathan says he had to bite his lip. Tell us more, Jonathan. So if you're new to Zwift, that's the screen that you're looking at. That's the information on the screen. It should give you all the information you need for your run. If you ever join Zwift, it is free, by the way, still free. You do not have to pay to run on Zwift. And these are all real people, all over the world. And you can see the country flags listed next to people's names. Tells you where they identify themselves as being from. Doesn't necessarily mean they actually are running in those countries, though. People travel, don't they? But they still say they're from Germany or whatever. Wow, Daniel. So Daniel did the Gothenburg Marathon this weekend. Oh no, your body didn't want to go for it. Heart rate way too high. Woke up with a cold the day after. Hope it will be better for next week's race. Yes, indeed, Daniel. At least you finished. At least you made it. Oh, half marathon. Okay, that's still good stuff.
Jack it up.
I want to hear the gossip. Darren, how did the weekend go for you? How were the races? Right, we're into the second set now. 2 kilometres done. And this is the second of our pace increases. We have 7 of these in total, and we've had a 1 kilometre warm up and a 1 kilometre cool down at the end. Darren says he came second overall, beaten by, I can't read that, it's too small, 1 second, is it? Beaten by 1 second. So what, hang on a second, Jonathan, it was evident during the run some of the Group B incline runners were clearly not inclining. Okay. So why the heck not do the Group A run? Well, we know why not. If people were deliberately not using their incline in Group B, then they were just trying to gain an unfair advantage. And that isn't fair, and it's a shame because, you know, we know that we've got a good group of people, a good community here on Zwift Runners, and it is unfortunate if people try and game the system and make it, you know, make a mockery of it for everyone else, really. I mean, we've had this in cycling, haven't we, for years now on Zwift. And it's very difficult to manage it. And we just do ask that people honour the system. Russ Crowder says, just chasing pixels, guys. Yeah. Ryan Perring says he found the hill way too easy. It definitely needed to be steeper, at least for my liking. Yeah, but Ryan, you and I, you know, we like the coast path, which you're not going to run up any of those hills, are you, really? It's kind of hands on knees hiking, and it's difficult to get that kind of feel on a treadmill. Yes, and I mean, you can tell when people are not using incline. Obviously their speed and their heart rate would be different, and their cadence as well will be different, or at least their stride length would be, which I guess you can't tell until after the event. Yeah, I mean, there are, you know, if you wanted to be really strict about it, there are things you can do, but, you know, it's just nice to know that people are being honest, really. And we can always go back after the event, look at results and say, right, well, so-and-so clearly wasn't putting incline on. So, same as such and such a person, they weren't. So we strike them from the results. Now, Zwift Power, I don't know, if you know about Zwift Power, it's this website here. Zwift Power is a third-party resource that does do things like this. So if it sees that your weight has been changed and is you're markedly lighter than you should be, or heavier than you should be, or you've changed your height, or clearly your heart rate is way too low for the speed that you've been doing, or you have no heart rate at all, Zwift Power can penalise you in the race results. But because Zwift Power is third party, not everyone is registered with Zwift Power. So the race results on Zwift Power will be different to the race results on Zwift. You can understand that Zwift don't want to start imposing those kind of restrictions on people and penalising people who are paying customers. Now, I know runners aren't yet paying customers, but, you know, Zwift don't want to start annoying people and turning custom away because it simply isn't going to be good business practice. So we have to find a middle ground. Jonathan, Carol is right in a way. Just, you do have to, in some ways, like you said, you have to bite your lip, and you can't overanalyze these things. You just have to let it go, really, I think. And Darren is right as well, of course. These people are only cheating themselves in the end. The only problem will be, of course, if and when Zwift start giving real prizes for winning races. Thank you, Russ. I did not know that actually, Russ. I know about Glenn, but I didn't know that you were admin. Well, that's good to know. So Russ Crowder here, who's commenting on Facebook, he is an admin for Zwift Power, and he says once Zwift Running gets a bit bigger, they'll start looking at some of the same kind of plans that are in place to monitor Zwift cycling. So that's good. Yes, Darren is right as well. You can only worry about your own performance. And if you're happy that you did the best you could, or at least performed in the way that you wanted to, then that's all that matters, really. At the end of the day, just worry about how good you are compared to yourself. And if people want to game the system, that's up to them, we don't care. Ryan Downey, thank you for your ride on, buddy.
Right on!
And we are ticking off the miles now. All the kilometres. Up to 11 kilometres an hour now. The next kilometre. Ali, thank you for your ride on as well.
On.
So you can see heart rate there is doing okay, 149, and cadence is 172. Not too bad. Good evening, Goran. Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, Ryan makes a good point as well. It's so frustrating, isn't it, when that happens, Jonathan? I know. Like Carol says, just chill out about it, bite your lip, and relax. And maybe offer to take him on in a real race. Yeah, so Darren says, big thank you to Zwift for motivating him back to getting back into shape. And Ryan Herring, I didn't lower my treadmill on the speed on the hill, but the foot pod picked up less speed. However, when 7% became 2%, it felt downhill, so running faster again. Yeah, that can often be the case if you've run uphill for a long period of time and then you decrease the treadmill incline, it suddenly feels like you're sprinting downhill. So 300 meters to go, and then we up the treadmill speed, the treadmill speed again. So busy talking about incline. Well done, Jonathan. That's the most important thing. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill. Either at home or at the gym, it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use, any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, and the most popular ones to use at the moment are the Zwift Pod or the Stride. Then simply download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So, a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android phone, Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your foot pod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you like, and that's it. You're all set up for Zwift running. Right then. Here we go with our next increase in pace, only a little one, but we are making our way through. Here we go. Four kilometres done, 5 to go. Approaching halfway on Monday Run Club, 20th of May 2019. Tom, thank you very much, buddy. Thomas Bunce is a friend of mine from my local running club. Yet to see him on Zwift running though. Needs to get on it. Jonathan says around where he lives it's totally flat, so they don't do hills. Yeah, that's and right what Ryan Perring says about the fact that it was labelled as a race and it's difficult to compare yourself to others when you don't know if others are legit or not. This is the whole reason why we laid off for so long on introducing racing on Zwift, because we know from experience with cycling, we know what's going to happen. And you know that certainly Tim was dead against racing on Zwift for that very reason. I was all for giving it a try, and we had so many conversations with Zwift HQ and the guys over there in charge of running, saying the arguments for and the arguments against racing on Zwift. And we went for it because there was such a call for it from the community. So we have to start somewhere, and there's always going to be these problems. We just have to deal with them, either by being stricter or by letting it go and turning the other cheek and looking away and saying it doesn't matter. It's not important. It's not important enough to get upset about anyway. Well, we'll see, Russ. Yeah, I mean, even if people want to cheat on the flats as well, it's fairly straightforward to do that. So, yeah, Ryan Downey. It takes quite a while to get over the craving for sugar, and that can be horrible. It is one of the worst feelings, craving sugar, because you're so used to having sugar spikes during the day. So you'll crave sugar, you'll have sugar, you'll get a sugar spike, and it'll be fine. Then you'll come down again, then you get another sugar spike when you eat your next load of sugar, and you come down again. And that's the problem with high glycemic index sugars, simple sugars that get into your bloodstream quickly. They're fine used during a race when you are burning sugar quickly, but it's not good for you to have these constant peaks and troughs of sugar rush and then sugar, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, when you come down. It's far better to have there's a level playing field of sugar intake during the day, and that comes from slow release carbs, complex carbohydrates. There is a place, of course, there's a place for simple sugars, but if you can manage to reduce the amount of simple sugars that you eat, all the better, I think, really. Happy to hear other people's opinions, of course. Yes, Ryan, you're right. If everyone was on a MyRun treadmill using the same heart rate monitor, same treadmill, yes, that, of course, that would be preferable, but not going to happen, is it? There will always be something, yes. Okay, here we go. 5 kilometers done now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here we are at 11.5 kilometers an hour. We have 3 kilometers of effort to go. And then we have a recovery kilometer. So I seem to have fallen a bit behind the main pack. So what I'll do is I'll just catch up with them. Paul Deering, we got a nice new t-shirt, that is correct. I didn't, because I didn't race, but you did. Good job. That's something, isn't it? So just catching up to the back of the group. Come on, Wesley, you catch up as well. But still a really tight group. Everyone together in Group B, really good. Good work, everybody. Just coming through the start-finish area of the Zwift run-only path. I saw somebody earlier today posting about, wouldn't it be good to have run-only paths on Zwift? Well, he obviously doesn't run on Zwift very often because we've got 2. We've got this run-only path on Watopia, and we've got the run-only path in New York. Cyclists are not allowed on here. But he was also saying he'd like to see some marathon courses for runners on Zwift, and you know, that will come eventually. It will come. I know Zwift are starting small, so they had a good partnership with the Pennsylvania, Matt, was it Pennsylvania or Philadelphia? I think the Philadelphia Marathon, quite recently. And they're basically, Zwift are trying to learn how to do these partnerships. So they're starting small with the Philadelphia Marathon, and then hopefully in a year or two, we'll build to partnerships with bigger race organisations like they have done with cycling. And so maybe one day we will see Chicago Marathon course, Berlin Marathon course, Tokyo Marathon course on Zwift. David Lim, what's your next race? Question mark round the rock. Funnily enough, my wife was talking about Round the Rock just today, and we did have a look at the website. I've done Round the Rock before. If you go to my Film My Run page on YouTube, you can find my Round the Rock video. So Round the Rock, if you don't know, is a race around the island of Jersey in the Channel Islands. So, and that's referring to the fact that this weekend, my wife and I, Victoria and I, went to Guernsey, which is another one of the Channel Islands, off the coast of the UK, and we ran all the way around the island. It was my wife's first ultra. 36 miles, 16 miles of hills, 20 miles of flat running around the coast of Guernsey, and Victoria completed her first ultra in just under 8 hours. Brent, thanks for the ride on.
Ride on!
Darren, far away. And so we completed that round Guernsey in 8 hours, and there is another race right around Jersey, and Jersey's race is slightly longer, 48 miles. Well, it's actually 46 if you run on the beaches. But if you follow the roads all the way around, 48 miles. And I did that a couple of years ago, and Russ Crowder lives in Jersey, and I think my wife would like to do that one. But it's not going to be my next race. My next race is in 2 or 3 weeks out in Tenerife. I'm running a race called Blue Trail, which is 100 kilometres, 62 miles, right to the top of Mount Teide or Teide, not entirely sure how you pronounce it, and all the way to the top of there and all the way down again. And I'm a bit worried about it because it's going to be very hot. 6 kilometres done, 3 to go. We are now up to 11.7 kilometres an hour, and back onto the beach in the daytime. Well, Ryan, the other thing Victoria was talking about today was the Black Rat, 50k. I think that's something that she might be considering now that she is an official ultra runner. Yeah, Darren, I think that's a good idea, and I think it's a possibility that something like that might be something they could build into the firmware of a future update, or software, the programming of a future update. I can't imagine that it takes much to set your own filters. And yes, of course it is. And when you're in a group workout, of course, or a race, it is filtered on the right there. So on the right hand side, you will only see people involved in that race or that workout that you're doing. Yeah, I agree. Yes, and be a useful filter to have. Alan, thank you for your ride on, buddy.
Ride on!
.600 metres to go. And then we've got our final increase to 12 kilometres an hour. Darren, it's always worth posting these things on the Zwift forums as well, the official forums.
Ride on!
Thanks for the ride on. We have a loving relationship with the cyclists. Jonathan, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
500 metres to go, and then we've got our final kilometre of increase in pace. As I said at the beginning, this is a progressive run. So you start slowly and you just gradually increase the pace every kilometre. Helps with endurance, helps you to be able to knock it out right at the end of a run when you're tired. You do a run like this, you are running faster, even though you're getting more tired. And when you're in a race, this kind of training will help you with the endurance and the stamina to be able to just knock it up that little bit when you come to the end of a race and you've got to chase the person in front, or just get to the end with grit and determination. You'll know you can do it because you've banged out these kind of progressive runs. Amazingly well kept together group. Really good running by everybody. Well done, Paul Deering, Hasser, Chen, Aaron Green, Alan, Macklin, Wesley New, Spajit, Vadu, and we've got a couple of Group C runners still hanging on to the coattails, a couple of minutes behind as well. I've just knocked it up to 12 to make sure I'm staying with the group. Don't want to fall behind. And Russ says he'll be running with us all from next week. Yeah, I don't know how much Zwift are going to partner with Strava. I think they'd like to create their own stats more than use Strava's. Okay, here we go with the last incline now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So 1 kilometre left of hard work, and then we can start to chill out a bit with 1 kilometre of recovery. Good stuff, Ryan. Ryan's saying how much doing these kind of runs is helping him with his speed. And Russ Crowder says he loves running the park. Running the park on a Saturday has been organised by John Hancock for a couple of years now. Way back in the early days of Zwift running, John Hancock started up running the park. Our version of parkrun. We've heard of parkrun, very big in the UK, but also has runs across the world. 5 kilometres on a Saturday morning, free for everyone in the real world. And a run in the park, free for everyone on a Saturday morning on Zwift. Good stuff, David Lind. It's going to be his... So David is going to do Round the Rock in Jersey after seeing my video, and it'll be his first 50-ish miler. So good on you, David, and he's wishing me luck for my run in Tenerife. Thanks, David. We may still see you there, you never know. And yeah, yes, of course, Russ. I know you were involved as well. Yeah, actually, I do agree with you, Darren. I'd like to see more leaderboards as well. Fastest round the run path in New York. The kind of things that we do have in cycling. Right, 500 metres left of our final kilometre of hard work. And then we can cool down and relax. Been a really good Monday Run Club. Lots of involvement on the chat. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate that. And a really tight group on Zwift. Everyone's still together. Really good. Spajit just fallen off the back a little bit. 13 seconds down. apart from that, we are tight as. Thanks so much for being involved, everybody. Thank you on Facebook, thank you on YouTube, and if you've been watching on Twitch as well. Come on, Wesley, and come on, Spajut, come on. Try and get back with us. C. Wells, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on.
What a good run. Enjoyed this Sunday. Thank you for your ride on.
Ride on.
So what speed will we start the cool down at, eh? Will we actually go faster for a little bit? 100 metres and we'll find out. No, it's a shot in the dark sometimes, isn't it? Whether the group stays together or whether they split apart. These kind of runs, it usually is a bit easier to stay together than the interval runs. When you're constantly speeding up and slowing down, you kind of naturally tend to split up a little bit. And here we are into the cool down, and we are going at the same pace. We will gradually wind down the speed, said the instructions. Heart rate now up to 154. P-Burn, thank you for your ride on. It's really good, isn't it, Jonathan? Very well kept together. And I've said nothing. I've issued no instructions on screen. I think everyone has just slotted in nicely. Dagan, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on.
Come on, Wesley. Get back with us. Gradually racking up the XP points. I must admit, I did think that by now we would have extra levels for running, but clearly not yet. Yeah, Ryan, always good to just have a rest day once in a while. Just chill out, relax. And certainly if you had a hard effort yesterday, worth just letting those muscles chill out for a bit. Paul Deering, thanks for the ride on, buddy.
Ride on.
See if I can dish out some ride-ons in a minute if we slow down just a little bit more. Yes, quite right, Russ. So just 500 metres left now of Monday Run Club. Been a really nice run, and we will be back for Wednesday workout Wednesday, 7:30 UK time. If you're interested in joining Zwift, please do go and have a look at the website. Give you all the information you need to know. Running on Zwift is free, continues to be free. You just need access to a treadmill and a foot pod, and you can join us. Monday Run Club, Workout Wednesday, Run in the Park on Saturday. But if you look at the Zwift Companion app, download the Zwift Companion app, and you will see a number of different running events, group workouts, group races, and you can sign up on the app. You can even get it to give you a reminder on your phone. So a couple of Group A runners there, Marcus and Paul. Let's drop some other ride-ons. Macklin, Aaron, Paul Deering, Michael Hasser, Wesley New, and Spudut. We love Spudut. I've no idea what his name is. ...150 metres, and it's all good. Heart rate slowly coming down. Thanks everyone for being involved tonight. Phil, sorry, music, yes. It's honestly, it is very difficult to decide what to do. Sometimes I like having the music loud. Sometimes I agree with you, it's too loud. And sometimes it's nice to have no music at all. And yeah, it is personal choice. I do like to have music, but I totally understand when people don't get it, don't like it. And Jonathan says we love Stephen's music. Listen, I have had the same background music for about 2 years. Phil is right. I actually should sometimes just change it up a bit. Either change the music or just turn it off sometimes. It's fine, honestly. Everyone, look, I don't expect everybody to like the background music that we've got going on here. And even I get bored of it sometimes. And I do turn it down and I do turn it off occasionally. And one day I will be bothered enough to find some different music to play. But I appreciate it, guys, that some of you like it and some of you don't. That is another point. The music does mask my heavy breathing and the annoying sound of the treadmill. So there is that to consider. What would you rather? Would you rather have... Yeah, okay, reggae. We'll go for reggae, Phil. We'll try it. See, this is the thing. I'm not a fan of reggae, really, but anyway, there we are. What would you prefer? Yeah, listen to my heavy breathing for hours or some music. Even if you don't like the music, it's probably preferable to my heavy breathing. That is fair enough to say. Guys, I've got to go. I have a Vindaloo curry waiting for me, so I am going to very much enjoy eating that. And guess what? I'm going to have some full-fat milk with it as well. You love it, you know you do. So, we'll see you for Wednesday workout, guys, okay? If you're running, excellent. We'll see you on the tarmac on Wednesday. If you're not running, I hope you'll join me for some chat. We've had a good little bit of banter tonight and enjoyed that. Yeah, go and listen to Tim's stream. We love Tim, but honestly, if you want to listen to treadmill feet for a Wednesday workout, go and watch Tim's stream. He's not on tonight, but he'll be back on Wednesday. He's out doing a club race tonight in the real world. So okay, there we go, guys. That's it. Thank you very much for your involvement tonight. See you all again. See you on Wednesday. And I've got to do the next stage of the Tour of Watopia on the bike at some stage this week as well. Take care. See you soon. Thanks for your involvement. Bye bye.